Is a game that is played without a clock.
Right.
See, for me, I'm not as worried about speeding up the game as I am getting the calls right.
It's Kenny and JT. Check it out weekdays between 3 and 7 on News Talk 1480 WHBC.
Policies issued by American General Life Insurance Company, Houston, Texas. Not available in all states. For details, visit AIGdirect.com.
It takes a lot of courage to face your own death, but I'm glad I finally did. See, I was putting off getting life insurance to protect my family, even though I knew it was important. Then my neighbor's husband died. I watched her struggle emotionally and financially. It really made me face reality. If my husband died, how would I pay the mortgage, the car payments, or keep up the life the kids and I had? I realized I needed to get us life insurance right away. So I called AIG Direct. In less than 5 minutes, I had a quote. I was shocked at how affordable it is. Just $14 a month for $250,000 of term life coverage. I feel so much better knowing my family has protection.
Call AIG Direct right now for a free no-obligation quote. The call takes less than 5 minutes, and you can save up to 70%. Call now, 1-800-500-6038. That's 1-800-500-6038. 1-800-500-6038.
Live from the WHBC Broadcast Center. Find out more about area businesses, agencies, and events.
It's what's going on right now.
This is Spotlight on Stark County with Pam Cook and Gary Rivers.
We return to Spotlight this Wednesday morning on News Talk 1480 WHBC.
Happy Wednesday, Mr. Rivers, and say hello to everybody on Facebook this morning. Facebook Live.
I don't know what happened to my contract, but I'm no longer allowed in the picture.
I know,
on
when
Facebook.
JD is here. JD's on vacation. So when JD is here, he normally puts that Facebook camera right in Gary's face.
I don't understand that, but it's all right. I understand. You know,
it's a wide shot.
It happens.
We got it. We've got it taken care of.
I feel for you.
Oh, the voices that you're hearing right now are that of Kelly George and Michael George, insurance and financial advisors, but also owners of Access Financial Group. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
They are our spotlight on Stark County today.
Nice. And they come bearing gifts.
I know.
I mean, this is
How
really
long has it been since you've seen, Gary, a pen in a box? Huh?
Well,
it's been a long time,
The
right?
last one I stole was about 3 weeks.
Gary!
Oh. And I think it was on the boss's desk. I don't know.
Oh,
for
yeah,
sure.
right. Okay,
You
that's
folks
it.
are special.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. We appreciate that
This is
so
really
much.
Nice.
Yeah, we're glad to have you in so you can tell us about your business and what's happening with it and all those kinds of things. So,
And apparently you're also going to answer some questions on Medicare this morning for us.
Yes.
Nice. This is going to be
because we're
awesome.
baby boomers.
Yeah.
We'll just give you enough information just so you understand the basics.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just to help.
Well,
That's good.
it's changed a lot in the last year or so, too, and it's changing again, I understand. Is that correct?
I would say yes, and we have to be certified with and take training to keep up with the changes, et cetera, et cetera. So, yeah,
Every year it changes,
yeah.
and so we're always up on the changes. We have no choice but to be.
Well, yeah, that would make sense. So, well, why don't we get an overall view of what is your business?
Yes.
Okay. Well, by trade, I'm a financial advisor. I've been in the industry for 26 years. I started off with an insurance company, worked in credit unions, went independent, built a nice client base. I work with attorneys, CPAs, et cetera, to help people.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a learning, all along learning, to build a nice little business. I've always stayed under the radar. Michael's with the new generation bringing me out into technology.
Oh, he doesn't want you under the radar anymore.
Oh no,
No, he doesn't.
we're on the radio now. We're getting out there.
So Michael's learning the business. And by the way, you got to give a shout out real quick, too.
Oh, our office manager Amber and our office mascot Maggie.
Yeah.
Office
Little Labradoodle.
Is that a
mascot?
dog?
Yes, she's a
Pam,
little
you'll fall in
Labradoodle.
love
A
with her.
Labradoodle, did you say?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
love at first sight.
She's brought in more clients than I have.
I'm not sure
Very
if you
good.
should be proud of that, but we'll talk about that
works.
later.
So just learning the business and acquiring my security license, etc. Build a nice little business, and always made house calls, and the rest is history. And I enjoy helping people,
Right.
and Michael enjoys it. And a little bit of planning goes a long way. And the bottom line is just help people.
Right.
It doesn't have to always be about sales. We went out on a mutual call referral, and the gentleman had some questions for us, and Michael was learning. And, my opinion was, hey, you know what? Whoever's been helping you has been doing a good job. Keep what you have. Don't change things. It's okay. So there was no business there, but you know what? I call those goodwill gestures just to help people.
Yeah.
So I have hundreds of clients. Some are active, some are not. And again, that's what we do.
So tell Michael, now you have to tell us your background and history, and I'm sure I know why you got into the biz, but talk a little bit about that.
I've been in the business for months. I can say months, not years.
I knew it was going to be something like that.
So, it sounds better than a year, right?
Yeah.
So I went to Kent State for a little bit. I studied business and then biology, kind of went back and forth. After leaving Kent, I actually did radio, too. I was on Black Shore Radio. We had an online radio station, which was pretty cool. So after leaving, I decided that
radio wasn't going to be
it was not a financially good prospect.
It was
right.
the hobby. So
exactly.
For you guys to make it into the job. So when I left, I actually joined the AmeriCorps, and I got to work with a great nonprofit around here, Stark Fresh.
Oh, nice.
Drove the Vegemobile, if you guys have ever seen that crazy thing. So after that summer, I didn't have any other job prospects, so I started working with my dad. I got licensed in insurance and then started learning the ropes, and it's been a ride since then. So I'm currently licensed in life and health insurance. I will have my advising license, but there's going to be a lot of book work until then.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at. And
that's where I got stuck.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it was that learning and book side.
Yeah, it's a lot. So I've learned a lot in the past year. I got my license last January. But it's been great since then. And our office is right on Walnut Avenue, so we're right downtown. We're out of a little house. It's a converted house. It's an office, but I like it. It's flexible. We just work for ourselves, so we come and go as we need. It's nice, and we have awesome clients that we get to work with. So
for financial advising, is it different for generations? Maybe the way you think, or maybe you think differently. You were saying like he's dragging you kicking and screaming into the 21st century of social media and things, right?
Right. It's a good combination. Yeah, and it's different. I mean, I think the reality is that when we're younger, we tend not to, we have family obligations or student loans, this and that, and we tend not to focus on think about, hey, maybe I should do a little bit of something towards retirement. Or maybe we can't. I mean, you do the best you can with what you have. But yes, there's a difference, and I think my job is to provoke people, and let them know, hey, I'm starting to work with the younger people that are in their 20s and say, look, you don't have to put a lot of money away, but could you put that $30 a month away into this IRA or this Roth? I'll be dust, but you'll be happy. I mean, right. I shouldn't talk like that.
That's true, though.
But a little bit of saying about that.
Huh?
You have a good saying about that, right?
Go ahead.
I'll start it. It's not about how much you invest.
It's how consistent you are.
Look at that.
Very
Just
good.
finish each other's sentences.
So, if that answered that, so everybody's different. Yeah, and there's a difference, but it's just like anything else. I mean, I don't think I'm the same person that I was when I was 25, thank God.
But there's also different needs for younger people too, right? Different kinds of investments as opposed to that. So as they're younger versus now, right?
Believe it or not, one of the first things if I'm talking to a young couple or a young person who has children, one of the first things I advise them, hey, you need to have some term insurance. That's part of a plan. And you can go online and buy it. You can get it from us. I don't really care. But, you have little children here, and God forbid anything happens, they still have to eat. So in today's world, it's so inexpensive. And that's one of the first things if I'm talking to a young couple. And nobody wants to think about, getting old.
That you might not be here or whatever. Sure.
But the reality is, we're thankful that we're here every day. But, just a little bit of planning. So it doesn't have to be elaborate.
All right. Well, we're going to talk throughout the next hour on different kinds of planning when we come back, and maybe jump into the Medicare aspect when we come back on News Talk 1480 WHBC.
Hi, I'm Pam Cook. Join us every Thursday morning at 7:10 as we feature nominees for Share the Good Stark County, the CASA program, Total Living Center, Second Chance for Animals, Compassion Delivered, Lighthouse Ministries, Suzanne Griffiths of Westbrook Park Nursery School, Faith in Action in Western Stark County.
Thank you very much, Pam. We listen to you every morning.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Join us every Thursday morning at 7:10. See the videos right now on WHBC.com.
You gotta go to Bob and Pete's. They'll help you with your flooring needs.
There is strength in numbers. Hi, this is Bob from Bob and Pete's Floors, and our store is one of 400 stores across the country that is part of the Carpets Plus Color Tile Flooring Group. With all of our stores partnering to buy flooring, we're able to offer our customers the lowest prices on your favorite flooring. And right now, only at Bob and Pete's, get 12 months financing. If you've been waiting for the perfect time, it's now. Only at Bob and Pete's Floors on West Tuscan Perry.
You gotta go to Bob and Pete's for happy feet.
Now at Menards, save big money on your next project with 11% off everything. Get a garage door you can trust and depend on from Ideal. They offer a variety of styles and features. Right now, all Ideal garage doors are 11% off. Get 11% off everything now at Menards. Good through March 10th. 11% savings are a mail-in rebate. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Save big money at Menards.
Do you or someone you know need help with transitioning to Medicare? Are you already on Medicare but still have questions? Access Financial Group is hosting 2 Medicare education workshops on March 13th at 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. These workshops will be hosted at Tremont Coffee Company in Massillon. There will be a 30-minute presentation followed by time for questions. Registration is required. Contact us at accessfinancialgroup.net or on Facebook at Access Financial Group. Space is limited, so register by March 11th.
Make 2018 the year you finally finish the project you've always wanted and let J&M Carpentry make it happen. Whether it's custom decks, riding arenas, pole barns, garages, both residential or commercial, J&M Carpentry offers generations of Amish craft work, the best there is. With modern professional site management, A+ rated with the BBB, J&M Carpentry provides the quality you want for your projects. Call for a free quote at 330-231-0125, 330-231-0125, and see their work online at jmcarpentryltd.com.
Walgreens has good news for anyone managing diabetes. We've got your back. That's right. Walgreens pharmacists are here to consult with you in person and answer any questions you may have about new and existing medications. You can even get free advice from our trusted experts day and night at walgreens.com or the mobile app. Walgreens has all major brands of diabetes testing supplies like Accu-Check and Walgreens Trimetrix. That's not just good news, it's great news. Stop by and talk to your Walgreens pharmacist today. Walgreens, trusted since 1901.
High efficiency, high performance. The next generation of appliances at the Home Depot is everything except high priced. Right now, save up to 25% on top brands like LG, Maytag, Electrolux, Frigidaire, Whirlpool, and KitchenAid. Appliances loaded with features that make them smarter, easier to use, and now easier to afford. Upgrade today and save up to 25% only at the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. U.S. only while supplies last. See store for details. Valid through March 7th.
Now back to Spotlight with Pam and Gary.
All right, we return to Spotlight at News Talk 1480 WHBC.
Yes, and in studio with us right now, Kelly George and Michael George, owners of Access Financial Group, insurance and financial advisors. And we've been talking about the business and how they got started. But let's kind of move into the workshop that you guys have coming up. Tell us about that.
Yeah, well, I'll do a little plug here. Actually, I just heard our commercial, which was pretty cool. But next week, we're doing a Medicare educational workshop. This is Tuesday, March 13th, and we're going to have 2 sessions, and they're from 10 to 11 a.m. and then 4 to 5 p.m. They're both going to be the same session.
Where are they going to be at?
Great question. I should mention that. Tremont Coffee in Massillon. The address is 28 North Erie Street, Massillon, Ohio, 44646. So it'll be a little bit of a presentation followed by questions and answers with free coffee, and they have great coffee.
All right, the rules on Medicare, when do you sign up for that, and who needs to be at this meeting?
Well, but before I get into that, Gary, can I mention something else and continue about the education?
Sure.
The education itself, I just want people to know what it is and what it's not.
Sure.
There are no products that are being sold. Mm-hmm. This is a truly education event. We cover the basics of Medicare, the 4 parts of Medicare, A, B, C, D. We don't talk products. We don't talk. We don't want your information. We're not going to chase you down to get your phone number. Mm-hmm. We want you to come away with this program understanding just the basic Medicare, and we have handouts, literature, so you can make proper decisions when it comes time for the Medicare, if you're aging in from 64 to 65, et cetera. So I just want you to know it's not a sales, it's just truly education.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, and it's tough to understand. I mean, it is not a simple thing, that's for sure.
Well, I mean, maybe I'm deviating from some of the questions, but just following into that, it really is. I mean, there is so much information out there about Medicare. I mean, a good source is Medicare.gov. I mean, there's information about what is Medicare, et cetera. People are bombarded when they're aging in, and that could be 64 to 65. And
how many pieces of mail does a senior get when they're aging in?
They said 70 pieces.
Really?
Regarding Medicare.
Because the companies know that,
they know your age, and they go after you.
Yeah.
And with all of that information out there, people are overwhelmed.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons that I got involved with the Medicare planning is that I had clients that were asking me, Kelly, I'm getting close to retiring, and what's this Medicare? And I'm like, I couldn't even spell it. I'm like, I don't know. And I had to learn, and I had to training, and I was going through this, and I remember distinctly thinking to myself, oh my God, I've been in the business for many years, and I'm like pulling my hair out. This is overwhelming for me, and I thought, what does a layperson go through?
Yeah. Right. The elderly people who are trying to make choices and decisions. Yeah, it's tough. That's exactly right.
So, that was the beginning venture of helping people, and it's extremely important. So,
all right, at what age should somebody go to your educational thing? Should they start 62, 63 just to get caught up, or do you really need to start at 64?
Well, you could. It doesn't hurt the sooner you start learning. I would say 62, 63. But just to get you, there's always some type of education events out there, and I think that's the more education, anything you have, the better off you are. At least you have an idea of what's going on. So, but what we tend to do is, it's human nature. I think that we all do this, right?
What, we put things off?
And
what?
I know you wouldn't do that.
No, I wouldn't even.
I know she would never do that.
I am not a procrastinator.
But also, beyond folks that are actually ready to enroll in Medicare, folks that are maybe taking care of others that are around that time that maybe will be dealing with a lot of the paperwork, this is a good opportunity for them as well, and they need to be learning just as much, probably more.
Caretakers, family members.
Right. And just to throw it out, when do you sign up? Are you 64? Are you 65?
Well,
when is that window?
Well, what the rule is, the Medicare rule is, when you are your 65th birthday, there's 7 months. That month, 3 months before, they want you to sign up for Medicare. That birth month or 3 months after.
So you have like a 6 month window. Get in, or what happens? Is there penalties?
Well, there could be penalties, that if you don't, it all depends, and everyone's different now.
Is Donald Trump going to be knocking on my door? I mean, what happens?
He might. But anyways, there could be penalties if you don't sign up for Part D. That's a prescription program. There's penalties there. People don't realize that there could be penalties, other penalties that, if you don't have credible coverage. So it's I don't want to overwhelm people, but yes, you do want to, one thing is go to Medicare.gov, or you can contact us and we can help you and guide you so you know what to do. Because it's just, it really is overwhelming.
But luckily, because of those pieces of mail, you're not gonna miss the dates. they're gonna make sure that you know.
And since you guys aren't baby boomers, I wouldn't worry about it.
Well, thank you.
Yes, we millennials, we.
Stay away from typos.
So this workshop, this is actually a little bit early. Open enrollment, the time for where everybody that already has Medicare that can switch or that already has an Advantage plan, it's later in the year, so that's when folks are all switching their plans. So right now it's not a special time for Medicare, so we are trying to set up periodic Medicare events just to keep people in the know, and then, as people age in, they'll be able to have these. So this is going to be the first of hopefully many educational workshops that we do. And we wanted to put it out there that we are going to be looking for other venues that would like to host these, other groups that maybe would like to have us come in. And a good way to contact us is through our website, accessfinancialgroup.net, or also our Facebook, Access Financial Group, and you could shoot us a message. So, but this is going to be an ongoing thing. So this is kind of the first of many.
Wow.
So.
And if you don't mind, if somebody does come to the workshop, and again, like there's no selling products. I mean, there's rules that we have to follow, and we're going to follow the Medicare compliance. But if somebody comes there and they gather information and they like it, and they have an agent or someone that help, that's okay. You know, if you want to go to that person for your business, that to help you, that's what it's about. You know, after the fact, if you want to call us, that's fine. But that's what it's all about. You know, helping people.
Yeah.
All right. I love this sheet you brought in. This is called your Baby Boomers Guide to Medicare Planning. Tell us about that and how folks can get a hold of that. Was this your idea?
No, this wasn't, but he wanted to throw it on me. Do you see me wince there?
Okay. I feel like I'm long-winded here.
No, you're doing great.
Go right ahead.
You know, this is a piece of material that education piece that people that attend, you know, this is something that we hand out. I really like it because it gives you a head start. Like, okay, what is all this stuff? You know, and you can
this looks a lot better than the letters we get every day.
Well, yeah, that's true. It is.
A little bit thicker, laminated.
You know,
a little thicker, laminated, bigger print.
What, you know, baby boomers, and you know, what should you be looking for, et cetera, et cetera. And there's information there that talks about what Medicare covers, what it doesn't. You know, a lot of people think Medicare covers long-term care for long stays. It doesn't. So it's just one of the many tools that we like you to have in your hand when you leave the event, and you could make decisions.
Got it.
Yeah, it's the Part A, Part B, Part D. What the heck? No, I mean.
Yeah, it's confusing to everybody, because it's the government. I mean,
do you know what the legal terminology of Medicare is? I mean, have you ever looked it up?
No.
Can I share that with you?
Sure, please do.
Is it going to take 3 hours to?
No. I just want you to know this is right from Medicare.gov. It says, you know, Medicare is the federal health insurance program for people who are 65 or older, certain young people with disabilities, and people with end-stage renal disease. And then there are 4 parts to Medicare, which is Medicare Part A, which is hospital coverage, Medicare Part B, medical insurance, Part C is also known as Medicare Advantage plans, and then there's Part D, which is a prescription drug. So that's the basic information, you know, about, you know, Medicare. What is it?
Which ones are mandatory? A and B, is that what it is? And then C is kind of an optional if you can't afford it, kind of a thing?
You have to have Part A and B. Good job, man. You've been reading that.
Gary's.
I get letters every day.
He's getting closer to signing up.
You know what? Gary is G-O-O-D, man. You got it down, brother. That's right. You got it down. But yes, you have to have, you know, Part A and Part B on, and that's that red, white, and blue card.
Yeah.
Which, you know, by the way, that's changing. You're getting a new card.
Yes, without your Social Security number on it, correct?
Took that long to figure out.
Yeah, I know.
So anyways, but yes, you have to have Part A and B in order to be on Medicare and to have an Advantage plan or a prescription drug plan, et cetera. So there's a process there. And for me, it's like, you know, for you also, it'd be like riding a bike. Once you understand the basics, you got it down.
Once you get the basics, and then it's a matter of choosing. Like the Advantage plans is what a lot of folks spend a great deal of time on. Who and where do I go to? Is that pretty much the options that are out there?
That's the option, the Medicare Advantage plans. And, you know, I've had people ask me, you know, what do I do? How do I choose the right plan? Again, there's programs out there. You can go to Medicare.gov. You can compare the plans. But things you want to take into consideration, those are network driven. Who's your doctor? Is your doctor in the network? You know, your prescriptions. What type of prescriptions? You know, there's different tiers on your. So you want to have as much information when you're comparing the plans
as possible. Well, why don't we dwell a little bit more on that when we come back? We've got news right now. We'll be back in just a few moments and maybe get into some of the nitty-gritty, and I'll go find a pen so I can take some notes, for crying out loud. We'll be back in just a moment.
We're ready to go here. Top of the key, he'll pop the three and get it to go. Uh-oh. All the way down court, Kreider puts it up, wham!
Just to be able to do this, bring it to our community, we think our whole community is just one family.
Rebound to Bachman down the floor to Warmold, who lays it up and in. Down the pull out a deep three. Good.
This basketball program brings a lot of families together, and that's what we're about.
Boys early round tournament coverage continues Wednesday night with Jackson and Worcester at the Civic Center, and Thursday night is McKinley and Lake from the Civic Center here on WHBC.
The heritage on the hardwood continues.
Do you or someone you know need help with transitioning to Medicare? Are you already on Medicare but still have questions? Access Financial Group is hosting 2 Medicare education workshops on March 13th at 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. These workshops will be hosted at Tremont Coffee Company in Massillon. There will be a 30-minute presentation followed by time for questions. Registration is required. Contact us at accessfinancialgroup.net or on Facebook at Access Financial Group. Space is limited, so register by March 11th.
Do you have sleep apnea? Are you tired of dragging your big, bulky CPAP device with you whenever you leave home? Yeah, well, I was too. That's why I'm so glad I called to try the Transcend Mini CPAP for 10 nights. I can't imagine living without it now. My Transcend is about as small as a soda can and weighs less than a pound. That's less hassle to carry than my shaving kit. Plus, I was able to add a battery pack that's as tiny as a deck of cards. But hey, that's not all. Transcend is FAA compliant, too, which means I can finally sleep comfortably while flying. Heck, I can sleep comfortably anywhere now. So if that all sounds good to you, call now to give Transcend a try. You'll be glad you did.
Now you can try Transcend and sleep comfortably for 10 restful nights with a money-back guarantee. So call minicpap.com now. 1-800-400-2199. Again, that's 1-800-400-2199. 1-800-400-2199.
We've made it easier than ever to listen to this radio station. Hear us anywhere, anytime on the free iHeartRadio app. The music, your favorite personalities, and the coolest contests all happen with one app. Listen to your favorite station wherever you want. Download the free iHeartRadio app today and let's start streaming.
Ferndale's Water Center is offering 0% financing on water treatment systems. Call or stop in today.
Tap into Ferndale's Water Center. Tap into.
This is WHBC AM Canton. News Talk 1480 WHBC.
I'm Jim Michaels with 1480 WHBC News. Now 36 degrees. Federal government suing the state of California over its immigration policies. Attorney General Jeff Sessions headed to Sacramento today.
The Justice Department claims sanctuary policies make it impossible for federal immigration officials to do their jobs. Former Sacramento County Sheriff John McGinnis says the conflict is tough on law enforcement officers and
there's also employers and landlords who are getting conflicting messages from the state and the federal government.
The move comes after Oakland Mayor Libby Schaaf warned illegal immigrants about a pending ICE raid. Critics say she obstructed justice, but Schaaf says she broke no laws.
Fox's Rachel Sutherland, governor in California, calling the move a stunt. Your morning commute may be by car or bus. For about 10 homeowners in southern Pike Township, though, a motorboat a necessary means of travel these days, because for a week and a half now, the waters of Sandy Creek and its tributaries have been out of their banks. Along Duber Avenue Southwest, residents use the boats to get from their houses to their cars. Some of that flooding extends down into Tuscarawas and Carroll counties. Governor Kasich delivering his final State of the State speech last night in Westerville. The governor announcing that the 60,000-acre tract of former AEP land in Guernsey, Muskingum, and 2 other counties set to be a state park to be named for a favorite son.
It's going to be called the Jesse Owens State Park, after that great Ohioan who stood up to Hitler and came home with a gold medal.
It'll be the largest state park in the state. And ODOT District 4 last night presenting the next project for the Central Interchange. It's set to begin in 2021. The key change will be to the 2 left turn ramps off of I-76, the ramps to 77 South and Route 8 North.
These new ramps are going to be much higher, much broader, and longer, and that skew is not going to be as severe. So basically, you're going to be able to travel 40 to 45 miles per hour on these ramps.
ODOT's Justin Chesnick says the sharp curves, which the current ramps have, will be eliminated. It's a $51 million project. The nearby Main Broadway project set to wrap up right before that begins in the year 2020. More 1480 WHBC News at 10.
Hall of Fame City weather.
Here's your AccuWeather.com forecast. A cooler day today with cloudy skies. A couple of rain or snow showers as the high reaches 40 degrees. We'll see a flurry or two around this evening. Then cloudy skies later tonight. Chilly at the low, dropping down to 23. It'll be a colder day tomorrow. Cloudy and breezy with a couple of snow showers in the morning. But as we get to the afternoon and evening, that snow becomes a little bit steadier. We see a total accumulation of around 2 to 4 inches. High tomorrow of around 33. It'll still be chilly with cloudy skies on Friday. I'm Courtney Spamer for News Talk 1480 WHBC.
Now back to Spotlight with Pam and Gary.
All right, returning to our Spotlight on News Talk 1480 WHBC. Some interesting talk on insurance and Medicare this morning and more.
And don't forget, you can also watch us live on Facebook right this very moment at 1480 WHBC. Go to our Facebook page and like it. And then share it with everyone because it's great information. We would love for you to do that. In studio with us right now from Access Financial Group, we have Kelly George and Michael George, owners, insurance and financial advisors. And yes, we baby boomers have been discussing Medicare planning. And I guess, one thing that I never even realized is that you can get help with your Medicare planning. It almost felt like, well, this is just something everybody should just do and they know and they'll figure it out. And, it's like your taxes. You think you can do it yourself, but maybe not so much, right?
True to that. That is true.
So tell us, first of all, we want everyone to know where you're located and a phone number they can call if they want some information before we get back into our discussion.
Yeah, thank you for that. So our office, we're right outside of downtown on Walnut. But our office phone number is 330-452-8476. We're online at accessfinancialgroup.net. And, of course, we have a Facebook at Access Financial Group. We actually just shared this, so I have some friends watching, so thanks, guys.
Awesome.
But that's how you can reach us. So whether it be our website or our Facebook, either two. So.
Okay, very good.
All right, you were talking, we talked a lot about Medicare prior to this, but I know you have some other things that you wanted to mention, in particular, some new advantages on life insurance.
Yeah, life insurance today, is in my opinion, is a vital part of your overall plan. And it's the greatest I love you letter you'll ever sign because it's not going to benefit you. But today, life insurance has living benefits for us, because life happens. For example, there are some life insurance contracts, they have a disability income rider on there that if somebody had an injury and they couldn't work, there's income going to be provided for that person. A lot of people don't realize that. There's other attachments on some life insurance. There are critical illness riders on there that we all know healthcare is expensive. God forbid if somebody has a healthcare issue in their life and, there's additional dollars that your health insurance doesn't coverage, that the life insurance could provide money for you to pay those bills, and it's like you're still here, and things go on. Another one that's becoming very popular with a large carrier that I work with, I won't mention the name, but I might be my middle age here that I'm excited about this, but life insurance with a long-term care rider. People are concerned about aging, and okay, I want to leave this money for my grandchildren, my family, but I'm worried about, what if I need money for long-term care? And long-term care could be at home, could be assisted living, or could be in a skilled nursing home 24 hours. So I'm like, wow, I can't believe that this is a true hybrid product that could actually help pay the bills. Now, some of these products have to, you have to be approved and underwritten. Some are not. So everybody's different. There's a different product for everybody. But it's nice. I think the industry needs to get that message out more.
At what age do you start looking at those policies? Is it when you're in your 30s or even in your 20s? And is there any advantage to starting younger?
Well, what do you think the advantage, Michael, for starting as a young couple? What you're learning, what would you think?
Well, he had kind of mentioned two different products. So just the typical life insurance, but then the long-term care insurance.
Right.
That's the long-term care life insurance. That's definitely for somebody that's a little older. I don't know if it would be as worth it to purchase that around my age. But for life insurance, actually, I always say you're never going to be younger and you're never going to be as healthy as you are now. I mean, you could be, but typically it's not how it goes. So right now, for me to take out a policy, it's going to be way cheaper than, in 3 years. I have a friend that actually just took out a mortgage on his house. He's got a great job. And so he actually just took out a policy with us, and it was very inexpensive. So really now is a great time. If you're getting term insurance, very inexpensive. But also if you're getting a permanent policy, it's a little more expensive, but it's a semi-investment. It'll grow cash value. So really now is a good time, especially if somebody's planning on having a family. I told him that, he's a bachelor right now. I said, but if you're ever going to have little kiddos running around, you're going to need this more than you do now,
Yep.
But he's thinking about his father, who's co-signing on his mortgage, and because he'd be stuck with his bills if anything happened to him. So yeah,
Well,
actually,
makes
the
good
earlier,
sense.
the
Yeah.
better, because typically, mainly the insurance we deal with, those rates are locked in. We don't really do insurance where the premium goes up throughout the life of the policy. So.
Explain the difference in the types of life insurance.
Yeah, well, there's term insurance. That's our grandmother always said it's like renting insurance. Oh boy,
That's scary.
I think that might be my
It's like-
phone
Scared
coming
me.
off. Yeah,
we have a live
sorry
caller.
about
Put
that.
him up to the mic.
Go ahead.
So we
no,
have.
he's trying to sell me some Medicare.
insurance.
Oh
Dang
man,
it.
those agents! I'll tell you what.
Those are what we call stalkers, brother.
Yeah. Wow.
So the first time term insurance, our grandmother always kind of said it's like renting insurance. You can get a 10-year, 20-year term. The most cost effective, and it's pure protection. You pay and you are covered for the amount that you sign up for. It's a great inexpensive option. The only downfall is at the end of that time, you don't have anything to show for it if nothing happened to you. The other that we are big on is universal life policies, and those are semi-permanent. It puts some of the money away of the premium into an account, and that account grows into a cash value. And sometimes that cash value will do well enough to where it'll end up paying for itself down the road. It is more expensive up front, but in the long run, you're kind of growing an investment with it, and you could possibly take money out of that if you need to as a loan or surrender the policy. So we have term and then permanent insurance, and there's a couple different permanent options.
Okay.
And there's index policies, there's universal, there's whole life. So, one policy is not everybody is different.
Right.
And,
right.
See, I got you confused on it. There's just like all these different choices.
Yeah.
There's a lot of choices.
See, there's a we can help you.
That's right.
And we work with multiple carriers. We do have some we like more than others, but so we can shop around, but we aren't married to a particular company. So
I think that's a good thing of being independent, I suppose. You can shop around, and isn't that a big advantage of going with you as opposed to, you got one company. That's the choices.
Yeah, I would say that, you're not considered a captive agent. You could look out and see what is the best product for someone's circumstances, and that is a nice feature. Nothing against captive agents, but we are fortunate we could provide the best of the best and do our research.
All right, well, why don't we do this? We're going to take our next break, our final break. We'll come back. We'll talk more. By the way, if anyone wants to get a hold of you in the office, where are you and what's your number again?
AccessFinancialGroup.net, Access Financial Group on Facebook, and our phone number is 330-452-8476. Leave us a message. We're not in the office right now, but we will be happy to get back to you.
This is what withdrawing $1,000 sounds like. Oh my God! Details on the News Talk 1480 WHBC ATM contest are coming soon.
Do you or someone you know need help with transitioning to Medicare? Are you already on Medicare but still have questions? Access Financial Group is hosting 2 Medicare education workshops on March 13th at 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. These workshops will be hosted at Tremont Coffee Company in Massillon. There will be a 30-minute presentation followed by time for questions. Registration is required. Contact us at accessfinancialgroup.net or on Facebook at Access Financial Group. Space is limited, so register by March 11th.
When a teen feels agitated, hopeless, or withdrawals, or there are changes in daily routines, activities, or behaviors, it's time to let them know you're concerned and want to help. I'm Darcy, the Program Director at Sequel Pomegranate Health Systems in Columbus, Ohio. We've been treating teens in crisis for over 10 years at our acute hospital and residential treatment center. Visit our website today at sequelpomegranatehealthsystems.com.
Need a CPAP? Then we need you. We're CPAP.com, and we carry popular brands of CPAP equipment, including ResMed, Respironics, and more. To move inventory, we're selling some of our ResMed CPAP machines at prices lower than you would think. Learn more about these affordable ResMed CPAPs at CPAP.com. We'll even provide free shipping on your ResMed machine orders, so you'll get it fast when you enter the promo code RADIO. The best part? No insurance needed. Our CPAPs are priced so low they can even cost less than your copay and deductible through insurance. CPAP.com has shipped over 1 million orders and carries a large inventory of sleep apnea equipment. With little retail overhead and no middlemen, we're the best way to get affordable, comfortable sleep apnea equipment at incredibly low prices. Again, CPAP.com has a large inventory of ResMed CPAPs and is offering free shipping on these devices. For these great deals and others, visit CPAP.com. Don't forget to enter the promo code RADIO. That's RADIO.
Love to get more without paying more? That's exactly what you'll get at Hosner Carpet One's Spring Savings Flooring Event. It's the perfect time to save on hardwood, carpet, luxury vinyl, and more. Right now, buy one room of select Tigressa Soft Style or Cherish carpet and get the second room of qualifying carpet of equal or lesser value free. Plus, get special 18-month financing. See store for complete details. The Spring Savings Flooring Event only at Hosner Carpet One, located on West Husk between Canton and Massillon.
Save more with Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Hey, what are you doing up here on the roof?
I want to tell the world I just met the woman of my dreams. What about you?
I want to tell the world that Liberty Mutual saved me $782.
Liberty did what?
They saved me $782.
Oh, you go first then. $782 really puts finding love into perspective.
Visit us online to get a quote, and you could save $782. Liberty Mutual Insurance. Based on a recent countrywide new customer survey, coverage is underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company, Equal Housing Insurance.
It's the little things, like the perfect party. You guys. Or getting fired up for 3 days of doorbusters at Peebles. That's right, it's the Peebles One Big Sale. And this Friday through Sunday, you get 40% off in-store and online with your coupon. Get yours online in today's deals, and then get into Peebles to find yourself a fun new look for spring. Fresh styles, big savings, and fun perks every day. Peebles. Little things mean everything. Peebles is part of our Sage family. Offer exclusions apply.
When you're hiring, you don't want to sort through dozens of irrelevant resumes. You want a short list of qualified candidates. That's why you need Indeed.com. Post a job in minutes. Set up screener questions. Then zero in on qualified candidates using an intuitive online dashboard. Daryl has hired with Indeed.
Nothing has been this simple, this easy, and this effective.
Discover why 3 million businesses use Indeed for hiring. Post a job today at Indeed.com/hire. Search for greatness. Search Indeed.
Now back to Spotlight with Pam and Gary.
All right, we return to our final segment, Spotlight, this Wednesday
Zipping
morning.
right by, isn't it?
It is.
All these words, it's amazing.
Just like life. It just,
I know it.
How did I get to Medicare age?
I don't know. It happened so fast, yes. Well, don't forget you can watch us on Facebook, too. If you want to check this out on Facebook Live, go to WHBC's Facebook page and like us, and you can follow us there, and you'll see all these great interviews that we do. And right now, again, I'll remind you, Access Financial Group is our Spotlight on Stark County today. We have Kelly George and Michael George, both insurance and financial advisors and owners of Access Financial Group.
All right. Well, let's start with what we started with, Medicare, quite a while ago, because I really think a lot of folks are going to want this Baby Boomers Guide to Medicare Planning. How do they get this sheet?
Mm-hmm. So we're going to have this at the workshop, correct, Dad?
Yes, we are.
The educational workshop, so it's pretty handy. But we're going to have more workshops where that'll be available. But so this is going to be at our workshop next week, March 13th at Tremont Coffee. That's up in Massillon. We're going to have 2 sessions, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m., and then 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. And you can call us ahead to let us know if you're going to be there, or you could just show up. Our phone number is 330-452-8476, and we're on Facebook as well as Access Financial Group and accessfinancialgroup.net. So that will be there. And
if you're an organization or business who would like to host one, then you're available for that, right?
Absolutely. We'd be happy to do that.
All right, so you can give them a call or check them out at the website and find out, because I love how you say that. We're not there to sell you. We're there to inform you. You're not even bringing any products to this.
There are sales events, which is a total different game.
Yeah.
Aha, yes.
Well, but we are, we have to follow the compliance regulations, and that's fine. And truly, we want people to understand. Again, there's no pressure to do anything. We're just here to help you. To really, it's to help the community so they have some tools. And what do I need to do? If they decide after the fact they want to reach out to us, fine. Mm-hmm. If they don't, that's okay too. It doesn't have to be about making a sale. You just help people.
What's on your agenda?
Oh, yeah. So I'll just run through this here real quick. We gave a lot of information about Medicare. So these are the things that are going to be covered during the workshop. So who signs up for Medicare and when? How do you sign up? How much does it cost? What is a premium, deductible, co-insurance? What does it cover? What does it not? The Part D late enrollment penalty. And our goal is your questions are answered and you have a basic understanding of Medicare. So you'll come away knowing just about everything that you need to know.
That's a great meeting.
Yeah.
I mean, those are questions everybody's asking, when you're approaching that age, for sure.
And then beyond that, we are happy to answer other questions, so you'll have a local contact. We think it's good to have a local agent to be able to help you, because you could call it an 800 number, but they are going to just put you in a plan. So it's better to be with somebody that can help you out. So.
Got it. And speaking of helping, your slogan, I want to go back to that. We haven't talked about it enough. Helping everyday people.
You are the only person in the world that would understand that slogan.
What?
And I can't believe that you picked that up. And if you don't mind sharing, Gary, and I'm going to just elaborate a little bit more.
Well, their slogan is helping everyday people. And I said, are you sure you don't have a lawsuit from Sly?
Yes.
Well, now don't start stuff now.
I have the album, the one you open up where he's all dressed in white.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that one?
Sly Stone.
Yeah,
Sly and the Family Stone had a song called Everyday People.
Well, that was, there's no copyright there, but I was thinking, I just want you to understand that. That really, the way I feel about this industry, it's about helping people. And my background, I come from, blue collar, average people, hardworking people that make things go.
Right.
And I wanted people to feel that, hey, if, we will help you no matter where you are in life. If you want to start with a little retirement plan, you don't have to have a lot of money. If you want to start, you have questions. We don't want there to be any intimidation. From my experience, and this isn't the gospel, sometimes people think, well, I don't want to talk to an advisor. I don't have no money. Well, we don't want that. We just want to look. We'll help you wherever you are at that stage, and you don't need to be intimidated. And that's where everyday people came. But Sly and the Family Stone was a great influence, but it's not a copyright. I
didn't even know that, Gary. I work with my dad. I didn't even know that one, so nice job.
He was a star in the sky, but anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, when was that? Like 67, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but I just want you to know that, I'm still shocked that, you got that.
Well, I was a Sly Stone fan, as you now know,
I have to remember that.
But you don't want me singing Sly Stone, because that's just, I can do the low part on Hot Fun in the Summertime.
Oh,
you can't
my
do
God.
the high part.
That's good. That's a good one.
That was a great song.
But anyway, that makes a lot of sense. Everyday people, because you're right. It is the folks that make this economy, this country go, are the average, everyday, white collar, blue collar workers. And if you can help them with their insurance needs or financial planning needs, then great.
Mm-hmm. And you probably think of a financial advisor with a 3-piece suit on and very formal, and it's kind of intimidating. We have a policy against suits in our office, so we try to keep it casual. We look nice, but
we don't. But there's nothing wrong with the suits, and then there's everybody has their own different market.
Right.
We're just kind of
it's not our cup
you
of
have
tea.
the dog that's your mascot. Come on.
Oh my God,
that's
very
cash.
casual.
I just we are very casual, and I just want to mention about Maggie. She is a Labradoodle, and I used to kind of chuckle at people, men my age or older, that would have a little dog. And I would never get it. And then all of a sudden, because I've always had large dogs, Dobermans, which I still love and miss. And then Maggie came into our lives, and it's like, I'm one of them.
Oh, she's adorable.
So if we do come back, can we bring her? So you
absolutely.
Now
you haven't become a soccer mom yet, though, have you? I mean, I just want to make sure we put that out there.
Gary, now I know you at the break you were talking about,
Oh, I would love to have a dog like that. That's
but
a
I
pretty
just don't
little
want
dog.
you to steal her.
No.
No, we won't
you know
allow
what?
that to happen.
No,
Don't
you got to
worry.
be prepared because she'll give you love, hugs, and kisses if you see her.
Wow.
And let me tell you, we have had her at senior events for the Medicare programs, and she just brings joy and life.
She's a therapy dog, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
She just has a couple, some more papers to go, some paperwork to do. She's got to fill it out. She's taking forever on it, but after that, she's going to be good. But
Paw print.
she's passed. Yeah, she's passed all of her classes, so she is ready to go as a therapy dog.
Wow. So where do you take a therapy dog?
Yes.
I mean,
Well, they can go anywhere a regular dog can't.
Yeah.
You throw that vest on them, and it's like their badge. So senior centers.
When I go shopping at Walmart, or put her in a cart, throw the vest on.
That was before she was really
Home
loud,
Depot.
though. He still got away
You
with
ever
it.
see seniors with little dogs?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Take her anywhere, man.
And she looks like your son.
Yeah, we have the same hair.
They have the same hair. Gross chocolate labradoodles. So again, before we people may be just tuning in or catching this or listening for the last half hour or so, did not kind of hear your roots and where this all got started. So for one more time for our listeners, and how you got into the business and how long you've been in business, that kind of thing.
Yeah, most of us folks, I would say, that are in the insurance and financial service industry, maybe I would say a large percentage of them stumbled into it somehow. We were on one path, we went on another. I haven't met too many people who said, okay, this is what I want to study and what I want to do. Well, so my path was I've always worked with people in some type of sales, and then back in the day, my mother-in-law wanted me to come work with her at an insurance company, and thanks, Graham. And I'm glad I did. And from there, it's a learning event. I worked many years in credit unions, built a nice clientele, and it just kind of took off from there. But my type of advertisement was really word of mouth,
Mm-hmm.
So I have young people in the office now that I'm a slow learner, that are dragging me into the new world.
The 21st.
You're looking at the
21st
marketing department here.
Yes, we could tell that, absolutely.
But what I really like about this business, it's again, I mentioned this many times, it's not a matter of having to sell a product. It's really helping people and do right by them and let them make decisions, educate decisions, and that goes a long way. So it's like, you don't want to be in a marriage with somebody who don't like you, right?
Or you don't like them,
Yeah,
exactly.
so it's like, help people,
Right.
and it comes back to you. But let's sum it up.
Okay, Michael, and you have to tell us next.
Yeah. Went to Kent State for a little bit, biology and business. I switched different sides of campus, decided to leave and joined the AmeriCorps for a summer and sold vegetables. Had a really good time. After that, I did a couple of random, gigs here and there, and then ended up getting my insurance license and joining on and learning the ropes. So
awesome. All right, and the products you sell insurance-wise, is it the whole gamut? You do auto, you do life?
Go ahead, Michael.
Only life and health insurance,
Life and
property and casualty. That's like home and car insurance. That's a different animal. I asked my dad about it, and he said we're going to stay away from that. So, but really, with the financial side and life and health insurance, we do the whole gamut there.
There's actually legally, there's two divisions of the company.
Okay.
And there's a financial service side, and then there's an insurance agency. So I'm one of those advisors that I think insurance plays a role in your plans, and
all right, so the financial end and, of course, the insurance end. If you want more information, again, your website and phone number as we say goodbye to everybody.
AccessFinancialGroup.net and 330-452-8476, and we're on Facebook at Access Financial Group as well.
All right, gentlemen, thank you so much. Next time you're in, bring the dog.
Yeah, bring the dog.
Thank you, guys.
Bye, Facebook.
Thank you.